So I'm assuming that now you have read the RC. We did the analysis of the first paragraph. Similarly, once you've analyzed the second, third, etc. paragraphs, the second paragraph it talks about uh, having a perfectly English tea, having a perfect English experience. Then the third paragraph, the author now starts describing Zizek, describing the reaction to him, and the way, the manic ways he is behaving. And then he goes into a third person, as in like he starts comparing the speaker with the writer, and how other people have also said the same thing, that he keeps discussing Hegel and Lacan continuously, hours on end, seems to have some kind of anxiety problem, is popping pills, makes certain cutting jokes at the author. When the time comes to order breakfast, he orders tea, something which he has been criticizing. Why? He needs caffeine. He hates caffeine. And now the author gives his analysis, opinion, that any conversation is an exercise in self-contradiction. Makes too much about face. His contrariness is famous. However, all this has actually turned to make him into a product which is like very much obsessed about, and people are big fans. But it is not an image, it is something which is an uncontrollable compulsion, the author feels. And it is so entertaining that rather than counter it, one would rather enjoy it. So question number 1. What, according to the passage, might be inferred about Zizek? Does he want the author to treat him badly? Treat badly would be as in also poor behavior. What he wanted him was to be strict in the article that he wrote. Taking herbal tea in the afternoon will make him relax. This is actually given in the passage. So not much. Everything? No. And his gestures bear a strong influence of the Slovenian dictator? Obviously not. You're left with 4 as the answer. But how do I know that this should be the answer? Because of this. He says you should never enter a sadomasochistic relationship. So those of you who have read 50 Shades will understand what he's talking about. He says don't get into an SM relationship. You would not whip your partner hard enough. So he's basically saying you're not being strict enough, strong enough, sharp enough with me. So basically, see, they created 2 answers. Treat him badly would not overcome him, but this becomes too generic because it could be physical, it could be mental, it could be emotional, whereas here it is that he would not be able to overcome. What is the inference from the passage? Hot cuisine? Can't say. Critical? Can't really say. Motives? Can't say. This is absolute crap. So you're left with 5th as the answer, that he had a literary shadow of Hegel and Lacan in his writing to a great extent. Here it is a non-stop pat stitch of Hegelian philosophy, Marxist dialectics and Lacanian jargon, leavened with the rest. And here again discussing like breathing for Slavoj. So definitely option number 5. And 35. Of the following, which is the idea that most strongly leads to the line discussing this thing is like breathing for Slavoj? An ardent follower? Not really. That doesn't make breathing. We are talking about a very, very strong relationship. He has written a lot possible. Contemporary? Can't say. Mentored? Can't say. Fleeting influence is absolutely out of the question because it's the reverse of that. So you're left with the best answer as 2, that he has written a lot about Hegel and Lacan. Hopefully that should explain the different answers.